jail, but somehow I made a way. And nigga,
You're
them bills
welcome
need
to
paid, but
Paradise High Club. We back, baby. You know,
believe that.
shit. Episode number
Big ounces
what?
of kush, nigga.
15. Damn.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. It'd be a little hard recording by myself, alone with no co-host and all that. Um so I am still kind of getting comfortable, and basically I just want to start right away with this episode with pretty much an update about the podcast, and maybe, an update on where I am in life right now and all that. So basically, in terms of the format with the podcast, I don't know exactly what format I'm doing right now. I kind of wanted to do like a part two, or like a second version of the podcast that I was in before, D Block Sessions. I'm gonna link that below so y'all can watch that. And we didn't really have a format as well either. We would just go and fucking get high and just start talking about like anything. We just were talking pretty much, and recording, ourselves, and going back to listening to them. It'd be funny because we catch some little moments that we do and all that, and that one was completely raw. There was really no edits, so you would hear like voices in the background, or voices upstairs, or my dog barking or something, some just random shit, or us hitting the mics or something like that. And we just kept all that in because I was just like, you know what, it's completely raw. This is what we wanted to do, just record and not really edit. And that's pretty much what I wanted to do here is, but the I do edit a lot more because I do also want it to sound clear. There's a couple times, while I'm talking, since I am by myself, and it's kind of hard to get used to. I stop and I do the a lot, or I cough or something. I'm also smoking at the same time, so uh, so yeah. So I don't really have like, I didn't want to like also just stick to one thing, to kind of like bring the whole podcast together. That's why it is called Paradise High Club. It's just pretty much like hanging out, smoking, and just letting things be. If I could have music in the background playing, I would, which is why I have to do the music intro, or else they don't let me upload the videos or whatever. So yeah, I enjoy having guests here, even if it's like the same one all the time. Shout out Joseph, because you're a real one. But I had Alex before. Cenia comes in and pops up on her pop up show or whatever. I don't mind having any other guests. Sometimes it's just scheduling or whatever, and it's complicated to do it from such a long distance. You know, but we make things work. So anybody who listening and want to hop on it, let me know. But I'm also just doing this for fun. I'm not looking for a crowd. I'm not looking to engage with anybody. Same thing we did D Block Sessions. Like I said, we would just record and leave everything completely raw and just post and let it rock. And 2 years later, I'm over here listening to it, and it's funny and made me want to go back to it again and all that. So, you know, um, it's kind of like a memory thing, or whoever listens to it. Whoever actually enjoys it, appreciate it. You know what I mean? But I just do it for fun, really. I really don't care about anything like that. I make so much art. I make so much music, and I'm just literally just posting. I mean, I'm not even posting my art. I only just started recently posting art on TikTok. That's only because Senya's over here like, oh, people get like overnight famous or whatever. Some people will like your style and this and that. And I'm like, whatever. I'll give it a try. But even then, I'm not even like engaging with it or anything. I'm trying to stay away from TikTok because it just gets us so fucking stuck into it, and you'll next thing you know, you're in there for an hour, and so fuck TikTok. But like I said, I just do it all this stuff for fun. I just do it because I actually enjoy doing it. I feel like if you do it, to post up and to get like an engagement, you're making it, you're making it your job essentially. And I know, that's pretty much the good thing. If you're chasing what you want, obviously you go hard in it or whatever, but you also can't, you know, don't engage to the negativity, and you can't be sensitive to those stuff. If you're, let's say for example, if you're making films and whatever, and people are telling you like, it's kind of whack or this and that or whatever, like, don't listen to it. Just you know take constructive criticism, and let people know, like, let me know what you don't like about it. If you like it, appreciate you, but let me know what you don't like about it, to be honest. But and people, like, and then, like I said, if you're making that your job, you're also putting in a lot more work into it. you you know like, sticking with the whole film things, you have to go and edit and clips and find the right angles and the lighting, and making sure everything, every scene is perfect. It's becoming, homework is becoming your job, whatever. And I'm not looking to make this pretty much a job. I'm just having fun. I'm just doing me. We getting lit or whatever. But yeah, so I wanna, I guess, update, on where I'm at in life right now. Currently 24 years old. Episode 15. Shit, we still going strong. I did mention before I want to take a little break. I feel like mentally I'm not there. Mentally, like, it's a lot with the whole moving. I've been over here. I've been in a whole new location with pretty much nobody for a year now. But I'm comfortable now. I'm enjoying my job. I got a car now. I'm up type. I'm up. So it's just more of the alone that kind of gets to me, and then you know, mentally, I feel like I'm not good. So I do want to take a little break, off the podcast for a little while, and then get right back into it, because I do enjoy recording, and it's been a lot of fun. But I also want to try to get a certain format for the podcast. So sometimes I'll just hit record, and then I'll just start blabbering, and majority of the time it'll be a good thing. But then sometimes, a majority of the time when I'm hitting record and trying to freestyle it again, I blank, and the minute I hit record, I'm just like, bro, what the hell? Like, what am I gonna talk about? So, I have to like write some stuff down, and then, so, I gotta, I'm just trying to get a couple of topics to at least, like, to talk about, whatever. Like, each episode, I want to do at least like two things to talk about. Then the question of the day, and what's it called? And then from there, do the pop up show at the end. And if I have guests, I want to just, from start to finish, be just the guest. Um, Same thing. For question of the day, if anybody want to join in, and just send some fucking random questions, comment on each video some random questions, and eventually your question will get answered. It could be as random as like asking me something, or as random as just asking a question, like, why is the color picked, you know, why is the color red picked the name red, you know what I mean? Like, shit like that, like, got you thinking, and coming up with answers and shit. Or, a question like to me, like, hey man, like, what do you do for a living or whatever, something like that. Don't be afraid to engage if you're out there. Um But yeah, I want to get a little format going on. I want to make sure, I already got the intro with the music, the question of the day, the little outro. But this time, I need to put things in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, in between those parts. I put the question of the day somewhat in the middle of the podcast, because it kind of lets me know, like, now, like, I want to make this the middle. You know what I mean? Or something like that. But yeah, I guess going to also another thing, about me, where I'm at in life and all that. Lately I've been since I've had so much alone and free time, like I've been focusing a lot on my art. Uh, one thing I really wanted to get into is starting to paint, and I feel like I've been slowly getting better and better. I'm still more of a marker, drawing type of person. I'd rather do that than paint, but I've been trying to, experiment with painting and maybe gluing some stuff, like looking for magazines or just random pieces of paper and or something like that, you know what I mean? I want to add every little thing I can into it, like some texture on the canvas or use some oil paints or just random markers and spray paint and anything to just make a nice artwork piece. So I'm just experimenting right now. I'm just These are all like pretty much project pieces to kind of find my style because I feel like where I'm at in life and just general, like I'm trying to find where I'm at pretty much. So like like I just said, for art, I'm trying to find my style in art, in painting and how I do my art pieces and how you'll be able to say like, hey man, that's a Pedro type of piece, that's a Paradise High Club piece, you know what I mean? Same thing with my fashion style, I'm big into like the fashion stuff, I've been trying to learn how to sew. I haven't really been sewing, but I got a couple pieces that I've been wanting to, I've been collecting some certain pieces so I can make clothes and all that, like, Um, but I also don't know exactly what my style is. So, I don't know if I relate to streetwear style or, casual or, whatever there is, whatever. But I do like a little bit from each. So I'm just kind of experimenting on what to wear, you know what I mean? I just I just bought some overalls. I didn't even know I would ever rock overalls, you know what I mean? I got like NASCAR looking jackets and some crazy pants and I'm like, young me would never, you know what I mean? But fuck it. We really only live once. People don't really give a fuck and people only really remember you for like 2 seconds anyways. People are going to talk, people are going to say what they want. Obviously, you want the positive, and that's why the positive always stick with you. So when somebody gives you a compliment on something or whatever, that it sticks with you, because it's such a positive thing. You know what I mean? We got to be nicer to each other, man. Why is there so much hate? Why is For what? You know what I mean? Why are we waking up with violence? We should be waking up happy. We woke up. You know what I mean? I could be sick, but I woke up. You know what I mean? I could have a broken arm, broken leg. I could be going through surgery, whatever, but I woke up. I'm good, right? People get shot every day. You be alright. Um, so going back, because I'm just ranting right now. Going back, like finding. I'm also trying to find a music style. I've been, I've been mentioning a lot that I've been wanting to get back into the music and stuff. Like I do be writing here and there, but I won't write to a beat. I'll just write like random lyrics or whatever. Random bars that pop up in my head and shit. Um, but I've been connecting with a couple old friends, a couple old pals, a couple old music pals, and I've been reaching out on Facebook into like new groups and just looking to see who's willing to work and all that. But I'm also trying to change my artist name. I want to kind of also like explore genres. I don't want to just stick into one. I mean, mainly I'll probably just stick into one, but I do want to like experiment and do different sounds and all that. Maybe do some ghostwriting or whatever, you know what I mean? Like just want to have fun with it. I'm just probably going to end up making a whole freaking random SoundCloud account, random ass name and just post same shit I do with Paradise High Club. Just post in a random place, just doing it cuz I want to do it. I mean, but that's pretty much what I want to do with music, what's it called? But when it, but like I said, majority I want to stay in one lane when it comes to music. Um, Now, I don't want to stick to the one lane, but I want to mainly do the one lane, but still explore. So I do want to go into Spanish music. I do want to do like maybe some party music, some rock or whatever, do it. Like just exploring different sounds. But my main music choice is rap and hip hop, like I grew up to pretty much that. I am Mexican, but I have older siblings, and my older brother was a big inspiration to me, and he was listening to that type of music, to rap music and hip hop music. So that's what I was like pretty much listening to, and it stuck with me even till now. Like paying attention to like all the new artists, or old artists, or artists I'm growing up on or whatever. Um, so I kind of like hear little their styles or whatever, sounds and stuff like that. But I never thought I would actually get into music. You know, Shout out to Frank, aka Young X God, the goat. I'm about to put his SoundCloud on the link in bio. He don't do music no more. I try to get this man to continue music, but he says he don't got it in him. Pause. But that's the goat, bro. Like that's the bro. That's the little bro. That's the homie. You know, that's D Block for life right there. Uh, he would record, and I remember it was in high school. He had recorded from his phone and made a song, and he got so much like feedback on it and all that. And to me, I was just like, oh, whatever, this and that. But he was asking me for help because he was like, I was the one person he knew with a computer. So and I was like, obviously we're close. We're like, pretty much best friends. That's one of my best friends. Back at home over there, Long Island. So he would tell me, he would send me the songs, and I'd be like, yo, bro, like, how come you don't, buy a mic and like actually record it and all that? And I told him like, yo, like I want to help you, like I'll help like produce it, like I want to like at least learn to get into that because I've always been into music. I just never like got into music where I wanted to make music, you know. So we ended up paying like maybe like 160 for a mic at Radio Shack. Shout out Radio Shack, R.I.P. Radio Shack. But we went to Radio Shack, copped ourselves like a $160 mic. It was nice as hell. It came with a CD because the CD had like the actual program for it and all that. So I go home, whatever, mad excited. We about to put this shit in. Boom, my fucking laptop don't got no CD player in it. I was tight, but we ended up finding a different thing, different like service to use, that I had to download called Audacity, and we started recording on then. But all I knew how to do was just hit record pretty much, and move the placement of the beat and the recordings and all that. Slowly and slowly I started knowing how to do like sound effects and like reverb and echo and in and outs, and all this type of little stuff. I'm still learning to this day of all these little music things and how to like pretty much produce. But um I was doing that for him, and I was making a lot of his artwork cover, and he was picking the beat, he was doing all his music. I was just pretty much in the background for him. But I got so into it. I think at one point he had made this song, and I like really really liked it. I ended up just recording on top of his verse and just pretty much throwing ad libs, and he really liked me doing his ad libs. So then from there I started being his like hype man and his producer, and then slowly I started wanting to write, and I threw in a little small verse in one of his songs, and he also really liked it. And he was like, "Bro, you should get into it." So he persuaded me, he inspired me. So I always got that big shout out for Franks, because if he didn't take the step forward, I would have never pretty much followed. And to this day, I still say that he was one of the main guys from our hometown that started the whole music like SoundCloud shit over there. And from there, everyone after like just pretty much like got on the wave, and everybody wanted to be rappers and all that. But Frank really took you know, he took all the bullying and all the hate and all that. He took the risk. He was like, fuck it. But he had a lot of love, low key. he wasn't hood famous, but he had a lot of love for you know pretty much us not being known like that and shit. It's time for question of the day. So this is one of my favorite questions right here. What are your best excuses to leave or get out of going to work? I'm going to say my best excuse is I woke up with a mean stomach ache and I've been in and out the bathroom. I feel like majority of the time they can't really say nothing to you and there's no real way to prove it unless you want me to take a picture of my diarrhea, then that's on you, cuh. But uh best way to that's I guess that would be my best way to get out of work. The best excuse to leave work. Um I mean I guess it depends, but I want to try to make one for like anybody could use so you don't have to have a story with it. I would just say some fucking embarrassing shit. I'd just be like, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. Got the runs. I went to the bathroom. Couldn't make it quick enough. And some of it got on my boxers. Is there any way I could go home? They ain't gonna tell you to stay. If they tell your ass to stay, that's OD. I'd be tight. I really, nah, I really be tight. I would. That's OD, motherfucker. At least let me go wash my ass and maybe I'll think about coming back. But by that time, they might as well just be like, you know what, bro? Just if you got the runs, just stay your ass home, bro. They might look at you all embarrassed and shit like that, but hey, Buggy, you getting out of work, right? That's the excuse. Why? If the next day you end up at work and motherfuckers start calling you shitty butt or something like that, yo, that motherfucker got a big ass mouth and I can't ever trust him. I will go and confront the manager and be like, yo, bro, how you gonna tell all my business like that? I'm going to HR, bro. Stop. Get this motherfucker fired. I'm about to be manager. I'm about to be your boss. Stop.
The question was, what would I say? What excuse would I give to call out? Right?
Yeah.
I so well. First off, I always like don't give an excuse. I'm just gonna be like, I'm not coming in today. Like I literally, that's all I say. I'm not coming in today because they're not supposed to technically ask. You know what I mean?
My
Like
boss,
you're just
my
not
boss
coming
from
in.
my boss from this job, like I would call out and he'd be like, "You have to start giving me like a reason why you're not coming. You can't just tell me you're not coming."
See, like my job, like it's just you're just not coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel
It's like just another person to like we just need another person to fill your spot basically. So they're not. I guess because they don't care
you.
that much. You know what I
All
mean?
right. Well, not
But
everybody has the same job as you, so picture it as if you have to give an excuse.
all right, that's what I'm getting to. Relax, relax.
Thank
So
you.
sometimes you do have those annoying managers that are gonna be asking you questions like, "Oh, why can't you?" or "Why are you leaving early?" You know what I mean? Like they always want to ask the question. So I'd be like same thing as you. Like I just say like, "Oh, like I'm not feeling well. My like I'm having stomachal issues, right?"
Stomachal
I'm having stomachal issues. Or I'll go to like a female manager, right? And I'll be like, "Oh,
cramps.
I'm having female issues."
Yeah, I guess you females have it a little more easier in that sense for an excuse.
Oh,
For an
well,
excuse. I'm
sometimes
not. I'm just saying for the excuse. Yeah,
okay,
I
because
didn't say females don't go through OD pain or whatever. Stop. All right. So then,
alright,
let's.
so that's basically my response. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm having female issues," like and they obviously know like, it's probably cramps and my period is coming super crazy. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Or what did I say last time? There's this one time, but to be honest, I can give other people excuses, really good ones, all the time. Tell me not, I always give you the good ones.
no.
Stop
You
lying.
giving me the two basic ones that everybody does. Stop. That's not
Which
good.
one?
That's not good excuses.
Which one?
About my stomach hurting and stuff like that.
That's true. You're right. Nah, I've made up some good ones before for you. I've made up some good. I can't think of them right now. Oh, like last time I made up the one where I have to be there because my roommate is moving out, but technically she wasn't moving out that day.
That's true.
I need to
Well,
go. I need to go
they
collect
did let me
me.
leave early. Yeah, last time. I said that's
Hmm.
why I did say depends like what they know about you or anything or something like that. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
like if you tell them too much about you, then you obviously can't lie about shit.
Yeah, I
But
feel like
that's why you got to keep your coworkers just coworkers and not tell them shit, so then you can get out of work.
for reals. You right
When
on that one.
when you need to get out of work.
For real, you right. Still blazing, still blazing, still blazing.
Cause ganja smoke so amazing.
Okay, so now moving on to our segment of our relationship conversations.
El
No,
show
I had
de Saúl y Nana.
Saulina. Sayu, it's Sayu, not Saul. Get it right.
I don't say Sayu.
Yeah, but you're technically Sayu now.
Who gave me that name? I forgot.
I think Jordan. No, Melanie.
I
Wasn't
think
it
Melanie.
Melanie?
Yeah, I think Melanie.
I think Melanie. Melanie always comes up with the cute stuff. I
Oh.
sick.
I sick, Lemony. I
She's
sick.
so cute.
Shit. Shout out Lemony.
Shout out Melanie. She's so cute. She's a
Oh,
character. She's funny.
I pressed the wrong button.
Oh my god. So what, you weren't recording this whole entire time?
I'm talking about the sound effects.
Oh, okay. All right. So moving on to our segment of Nana and Sayu's relationship talks. Oh, tell me that wasn't good.
El show. De
El show. 12 corazones. Okay. So my
CH.
question,
Okay.
my question. Well, I didn't really have like I guess like a like you know how you have like the topics and stuff. I had more of like a question. You hear her in the
Baby.
background.
Okay, so what is the topic for this one then?
So I had the topic of, do you believe in monogamy? So basically, that's obviously like having one partner, basically like just you and me.
Mhm.
Or do you believe that other people or you personally could have multiple girlfriends? Like, what is your opinion
I
on
could
that
barely
topic?
handle one, so
Doesn't sound believable.
um nah, if I had to get my straight answer, like if we're talking serious, because I know like, when we're clowning around, we'd be like, yeah, I'll have two shorties and shit like that. If you're talking
Mhm.
serious and shit, nah. I don't think. I mean, I'm not saying it's not acceptable. I think people could do it. But me personally, I don't think I'd be able to. Just because like one is enough. One is OD. One is mad, annoying, tiring, and then you're gonna have two. Nah. And they already
But what if one
fucking
of them
have
is
mood
better?
swings and shit. Nah. Ugh. If one of them is better, then I'll take the one that's better. That's it. Why? I didn't say I have two.
You're OD for that one.
You always take everything out of context.
You're so messed up right now
Look,
for
look how
that.
toxic you are, and we have it on recording now. So what about you then?
All right, so me personally, so for me personally, like me as a person, I believe like people can do it, like have like relationships like that. Like I believe people can have open relationships. So, like, both partners are doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Yeah,
both,
yeah, I believe in open relationships. The thing is, I wouldn't be able to because, like I said, one is already enough. But Also because I'm a jealous type OD. You know, what's mine is mine. You know, so
Hmm.
like
Me too.
you're getting attention. Like you said, like what if one is better? Like what if the other person is better and that at making you, making you smile or doing something in the bedroom that I can't do or something like that. Shit like that be getting in my head, and I'm such an overthinker. So yeah, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
But I do believe in open relationships, though. I think people, the right people can do it.
Yeah, I believe in that too. I mean, I personally wouldn't be able to do it. Just literally exactly what you said. Like, just because, like, I feel like what's mine is mine, and I wouldn't want to be sharing what's mine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And you're
And
mad,
also, you're like,
and you're already mad greedy.
and you're already like mad, like extra and shit. Like, imagine dealing with another dude that's extra as fuck. Like, you, fuck no,
You would never find nobody like me. First of all,
mad extra and shit.
I'm
Oh
a
my
pretty
god,
motherfucker. I
they
keep my
want the
shit. I
princess
keep my
attention
shit.
and
I
shit.
keep my shit clean. I take care of what's mine. You would never find nobody like me. There might be other handsome motherfuckers, but not like me.
This man's wants the princess treatment and everything. Nah, I would not want to be dealing with another dude like
Hell yeah, I'd be like, you have to give me a massage, wash the dishes after I cook for you.
a bear for you.
Exactly. That's all I want, right? That's all I want.
Okay, but yeah, but I do know that people
Roll
can
up,
have
roll
it.
up my weed. Don't smoke it though. Roll it only.
Cállate. But yeah, like I know that people can have open relationships because like I've seen like I know of it because like I have a coworker, like they're a little bit older. So that's how I know that it does work. And they've been married for like years, you know, like they've been married I think they're like in their
Yeah, I think I just found out recently that one of my coworkers is swingers.
yeah, that's my coworkers are swingers. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit's
I mean,
crazy to me.
I've known of somebody before too as a kid, but I didn't know until I was older. You get what I mean? Like when I was a kid, like basically when I was a kid, my parents used to hang out with these people. I'm not saying my parents are the swingers, but I'm saying like they used to hang out with those people, and
Oh,
I didn't know
oh,
those people were swingers until I got older and I found out like, oh shit, they were swingers. Like, bro, we used to be
oh
around them
shit.
all the time.
But how'd you find out though?
Oh, my siblings and then pretty much everyone else.
Oh, and then you saw like the signs, I guess.
Yeah, I started to tell like, oh shit, like you're right. They always hung out with this and that, blah.
Oh nah, that's OD.
But like as a kid, like obviously you're not noticing other adults around you. You're a kid. You're doing kid shit. You're with the kids and all that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like this couple, like they literally, like she kind of explained to us like how it works. Basically, she told us that basically, like you're obviously your intimate relationship is with your partner, so you guys have to speak on it first. Obviously, like they're aware of who you're, gonna be talking to and who you're gonna be like when you're gonna, do something with them.
Uh huh.
But obviously, there's no like you can't really like have an emotional connection to them. Like you can't really like speak to them like that. It's more just like strictly just to
Yeah, and it has to be
specific.
like I seen that like it has to be like accepted by both yeah basically like so
Yeah,
like if it's us like being in an open relationship and like I have a girl and like I have to like I have to let you accept her before like I even make a move.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
she
I
was
see
telling
see that that's why it's like acceptable and shit. But like I said, I wouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't be able
I'm
to
too
do
much of a
that. That's
jealous
just
type.
OD.
I'm too much of a jealous type. Sorry.
Nah, that's nah. I would not be able to do that. Plus, it's kind of gross too. Like I'm coming home to you to like lay down and like have comfort from you. You just came back from going to
Or
some other shorties like all dirty and stuff. You're coming to lay down with me. Like no,
and then I give
I
you
don't know where the
some.
other shorties been.
Or I'm over there eating ass and then I come and kiss you. Good night.
Ugh, boy,
But
stop. Disgusting.
that's OD though.
But
I mean, not.
that shit is OD. That's why yeah, personally, it's just not for me. That's just nasty. But people do be doing it. Like she was telling us how basically like you could even like switch with other couples. Like like you have couple friends and then you'll switch with them.
That's swingers. That's swingers.
Yeah. That's basically what they do, like swingers. That's basically what they are, swingers. Yeah.
Swingers are like when you like switch the wife basically.
Yeah. They're swingers, and they also have like an open relationship. So even like, obviously
Yeah.
that shit's OD to me. That's like I can't imagine
Or
you're going to your friends and like, oh yeah, it's time to switch, guys.
yeah, or like I want to drop her off and then pick her up. I
Oh no,
like yo, bro, I'm about to drop my girl off to pick yours up. I
that's crazy. Nah,
chill with that. Wow,
chill with that.
wildin', I'm telling you.
You're wild for that. You're wild for that. For even saying that. But yeah, that's so. That was my question for you for our convo. Did you have anything else?
I guess with the swingers and open relationship is a whole different thing.
Yeah, that was a whole different deal.
So you wouldn't do that then, swingers or open relationship.
No,
None.
I would not be able to do that. None. Would you be able to do like I guess like okay, so let's say like we weren't dating, right?
Uh-huh.
Would you be able to do the friends with benefits type of thing?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this no more.
Because you don't get you're supposed to make with friends with benefits you gotta basically make sure no feelings are there in general. So basically
Yeah,
like
but that really never works out. I have
that's
never.
why I was gonna say right now how is the certain way you talk when you talk to them, because there's friends with benefits where you guys are talking and like having conversations and like actually like showing the interest and caring basically, and there's friends with benefits where it's just like hey, what you doing tonight, trying to link,
I feel like you
like a
genuinely
sneak
have to just.
like sneaky links, quote unquote.
But like I feel like it doesn't work out because I've heard it from like my friends and stuff like that. Like I feel like it never works out for anybody because like obviously to have that you have to have like an initial like attraction to them, and physical attraction usually leads to like the more like like I feel like that's like the first step into like wanting to know somebody and getting to know somebody.
Nah.
And now you're building a friendship on top of that. That's how you get to know somebody's personality. So now you're getting more into it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like how you start to catch
Well, yeah,
feelings.
that's why I said like if you're doing more than being friends, like you're actually getting into the interest. Because obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
they start off with
Think of
I find you attractive, blah blah, like let me get on that, but you're not trying to have anything, but you wouldn't mind being friends with benefits. So for
But do you get what I'm trying to say though?
no,
It's
I
like
know,
the
yeah.
basis of a relationship though. Like building like date like it's like the basis of like trying to build to a relationship because you're attracted to them. You're gonna talk to them, right? You're gonna approach them.
I've seen it work and I've seen it not work. So that's why I can speak from both sides.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying like I've done it personally before, because
Oh,
like I
okay.
said, I'm a jealous type and like what's mine is mine type shit. And a friend with benefit means like I can still go fuck around and you can still go fuck around because there is no feelings there. But
Okay.
like I know somebody who had a friend with a benefit that like it worked out of just them being friends with benefits and leaving it as that. And then I've seen I have another friend who that happened to, and they're together.
I know.
Yeah. So what's it called? But the other friend, like, that's why I was saying like he would tell me that he wasn't trying to be friends, like basically, like not to sound like a dickhead, but he wasn't trying to like have mad like conversations and have those deep conversations. Like they would just have like those high and by like acquaintances type of shit.
That's how yeah, that's how it should
Like
be.
that's how what you're supposed to be. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like a sneaky link. Like it's the same thing as a
Mhm.
sneaky link. It's pretty much your sneaky link. But a sneaky link is supposed to be like at night, like mad sneaky. Friends with benefits is like you don't care if you're like seen hanging out with them and then you're gonna go back to their place or your place to fuck.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. That's true. Basically, I feel like you have to keep it at like one note where it's just like like how you said, like it's like a sneaky link type of basis. Like you
Yeah.
just like a hi and bye, like
Mm.
simple conversation,
You
like,
gotta
oh,
make
you
it
trying
like
to
a
come over
acquaintance. Like
today?
you gotta make it like a friend. You can't show no interest. Like you can't have interest. If
Mhm.
you're gonna keep a friends with benefit. But
Mhm.
majority of the time, yeah, it does end up into a relationship because you're showing interest.
Or it literally ends up in one person catch feelings, and the other person like literally strictly not
Yep,
wanting shit.
yep. And that's where the friends with benefit part also hurts them because you knew what you signed up for. You know,
Mhm.
we signing up for being friends who fuck or friends who do shit together, and that's it. If you start to catch feelings, we gotta end it, and that's it.
Mhm.
Or if we both start to catch feelings, then we fucked up.
For real.
So that's that with that whole open relationship stuff and all
Topic.
that. Yeah, and yeah, we're gonna close it out from here. Hope y'all enjoyed the show and stay tuned for more. Anything you want to say?
Um, you said everything. You said everything. I have nothing else to say.
It's peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.
It's peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace out.